Okay everyone, today we're going to be cooking. Oh my goodness, for those mornings when you just can't even grow a set, we are going to make some toasted quinoa energy bites or balls. It just is so much funner. So anyhow, these are super easy. You really don't even have to cook, but they have 4 grams of protein in every ball. So that is just what your day needs to get the perfect start. So let's do this. All right, this book, okay, every season we come out with one. They are amazing. They're $2, that's it. Every single recipe has a picture for recipes for dummies like me, because I want to know, like, did I do it right? What was it supposed to look like, you know? So anyhow, amazing recipes. This is not our current, it's a previous, but as you see, I got my $2 worth. So, I don't have anyone here to read my recipe, but we're going to start with our uncooked quinoa. And what I had to do with that is saute it on the stove, just toast those little quinoa. So let me go get it. Oh, look at this gorgeous pan. It's our 10-inch non-stick stainless pan. Now, the quinoa did need to cool, so I did allow for that. Okay, so we have our quinoa. It was toasted between 3 and 5 minutes. So now we place our oats in the manual food processor. So it calls for 2 cups of instant or quick oats. So I did already do that 1 cup. Now we have our manual food processor, guys. So you don't want to be eating your little energy ball and have these big fat oats. So we'll just chop them up a little bit. The awesome part about our manual food processor is it doesn't overdo it. Like if you push a button and then all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, now I have sawdust. So, okay, we have our oats chopped up. Now we need 2/3 cup of sweetened flaked coconut. And I don't like coconut, but you don't even taste it. So I do the recipe like it says. And I can see it, but I can't taste it. So even if you're not a coconut fan, I would say try it, okay? So we have our coconut. Now it calls for 1/2 cup of miniature semi-sweet chocolate morsels. But I like to take it that step further, and the 60% cacao is so much better for you. Super high in antioxidants. So I get those, and since they're not mini, I kind of chop them up a little bit. So I have some of those in here, and it calls for 1/2 cup. Now these measuring cups, I love them, seriously. Now one of them actually is all time holding my fresh ground up coffee beans, okay, so I can make my cold brew. That's the other kick I need sometimes in the morning, and when I break them both out, look out. It's what every Monday calls for though. So these, okay, when you're filling on the inside, you can see the measurement. So it's so easy to measure. And then even if you're putting it into the tiniest little jar, you can squeeze it. You can use these and melt chocolate in your microwave. And they're super easy to clean. And they have these cutesy little lids. So like I said, you can store anything. So these are awesome. So we have our chocolate. I actually have a batch also today that I'm working on with white morsels because I have a guy I work with. He's allergic to chocolate. Thank God he's not a chick. I wouldn't want to be around that one. But anyhow, now we need 3/4 cup of peanut butter. And I don't know about you, but I have an 8-year-old. So I did already scrape out of this one. And then I have this one going, okay? And if you notice, does this item look familiar? It is our dry or liquid measure cup. So you can do 1 cup for your entire recipe without needing to wash in between. Oh, love it. Okay, so I have some peanut butter in here and I pull it down below where it says, so this is obviously, if I turn it upside down, the blue writing here is upside down. That's going to be your liquid measure. It has a spout and a container to hold your liquid. But the solid measure is here. So we follow the red side because, well, it's not upside down. Now I have it to the 1 cup, but I'm going to push it up to the 3/4 cup. And that way I didn't have to be all crazy measuring perfect. Now our standard measuring cups, right on the top of it is a leveler, which is super convenient. So I'm just going to scrape this excess back into my peanut butter jar. Okay. Now, one tool also I want to mention that helps you scrape out all this yucky stuff. See, that could have been my hands, but I'm pampered and I appreciate that. And honestly, I have 2 of these in my drawer and I still often find it in the drainer because tonight I'm going to be making spaghetti and gee, I don't want to get spaghetti fingers. So this perfectly has a curved, if I can show you, it's all dirty, curved tip that goes all the way in. Let's use this guy. All the way in and gets to the bottom and it scrapes, okay, to save your little fingers. Keep them pretty. Now, we have this peanut butter, 3/4 cup. Look how easy that was. Now these scrapers, they mean business. So I'm going to scrape. Look at that. Okay, now our recipe calls for agave or honey. I like agave. It's non-glycemic. So it's not going to mess with your sugars and give you that high energy and then you drop off and you're like, I need sugar, I'm shaky. So we're going to turn it and use our liquid side, and I want 1/3 cup. So we're at the blue side, you see, and the measurements start down here, so 1/3 cup is there. We're just gonna squeeze it in. 1/3, 1/3, come on, big money. Perfect. Now, if any of you noticed my hair holder, okay, you just never know when you're gonna need a Twix-It clip because, like, I did not use a whole bag of chocolate chips or vanilla chips. So I have they come in different sizes, as you see. There's the super jumbo for your bags of potato chips, your bags of cereal. Our little guy here is perfect for your bags of veggies, your bags of chocolate chips. Now, I'm sure everyone doesn't need a lesson on stirring. You may have to break out a muscle like a granola bar. These get thick. Okay, so what I have is my batch over here with the white chocolate chips so I can show you. Let me quick mention this first. I talked about our measuring cups and our measuring spoons. Another feature about these that I love is I can use one from the middle and then they still all just click together in the handle, even without that one. So I'm never going to lose my order. I don't have to keep them on the ring because I'm too lazy and don't feel like taking it off and try to wash it and then the rest of them get wet. I have those single spoons in my drawers. I don't know where that ring is. But our spoons, same thing. They all just click in the handle, and if you take one out, you just can put it back together perfectly. Click without that one. And then after you wash it, you just fill in the gap. All right, so I put these in the fridge after you make your balls. Energy bites. to put them in the fridge, and then it solidifies that peanut butter and your chocolate and the agave. So I have, this is actually our container here, our glass, leak-proof glass storage container with a nice seal, and you just click all the sides in, but of course we're going to be using this. Now each bite or ball is done with our middle stainless scoop, and that is the exact amount that's going to give you those 4 grams of protein for every ball. So you just scoop and push it all in here. And this stainless mixing bowl, I love it. It's got the non-skid bottom, and then it also has a thumb hole, okay, so you can just get a grip. All right, guys, so now you are all prepared to make your own energy bites. What do you think?